It's Friday. That was too posh.
Nah, you'd sit.
It's Friday morning. It's the 29th of March. It's Talking Red. I'm Andy Heaton. This is Kev Walsh. And what a weekend we've got in front of us.
What a weekend indeed, my mate.
Got it? Fucking hell, Kev! It's Friday the 29th of March. It's Talking Reds. It's a lovely Friday morning in Liverpool, and what a weekend we've got in front of us, Kevin.
What a weekend indeed, my mate. Massive game after a nice big long break. All our lads nice and fresh back from the internationals. Loads who've managed to get themselves little fake injuries so they didn't have to go and they could have a lovely little time in the bats. And loads who've gone away and done all right for the country, so loads of confidence as well. Big Verge got one, didn't he? And I think Wijnaldum got one as well.
He's getting one every week now, isn't he?
Honest to God.
And the last international break of the season, now to focus, man. And thank God for it. Oh my.
Yeah, no more of that. No more waste of a weekend.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah,
sitting there, you've got to speak to your family and all kinds. Great.
Good job, my missus doesn't watch this, but yeah.
Well, there you go. So yeah, no, Kev mentioned Virgil van Dijk there, and he's been rather bullish. A couple of quotes in the press today, come out this morning about Liverpool's chances, just basically what you'd expect from, the captain and everything, but the armband, and that is to knock Henderson, by the way. But he's basically come out and said, that he was asked a question about challenging on two fronts, and he said it's exactly why he signed for Liverpool Football Club and exactly where he wants to be. And he detailed, he talked a little bit about the season, how they've been defending, how, he thinks he gets a little bit too much credit when we do well at the back, and maybe, but with that, he's happy to take the criticism when we're not doing so well. But the message at the end of it is, and I totally agree with him, and resonates absolutely fantastically with me, is I want to end the season with no regrets, Kev.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's easy for Van Dijk to talk about being willing to take the criticism when it goes badly, because I'd say that as well if I didn't fuck up ever in my job, do you know what I mean? I think...
Who's going to tell him off as well?
Exactly. Well, do you know what, to be fair, we've got a team full of captains, so I've seen Robbo loads of times having a go at him, but I think that's why we're in such a position as we're in, because the players all around each other. No one's worried about telling anyone else off, so Henderson will give it to anyone on the team. I've seen Milner giving Henderson loads of times. As I say, we're a team full of winners, and he's exactly right. We've got now 12 games, isn't it, if we were to do the double. 12 games, and if we win every one, we'll win the League and European Cup double, which is absolutely unbelievable. So let's not leave it on the table.
Barring a miracle run of form for Man City in the league.
I think, though, if we win all of ours, that will put them off. I also, by the same token, if we drop points, I think that'll spur them on to not drop theirs. So I think what we do affects them as much as what they do themselves, weirdly enough. I know we can't stop them playing football, but if we come through our next 3 games, which are 3 tough games, so we've got Tottenham on Sunday, they're a decent team in a bad bit of form, I suppose, but that is what it is. They can still turn on when they like. Then we've got Southampton away, again, a tricky game away on a Friday against the team who are fighting relegation. You wouldn't have handpicked it if you were picking one. And then we've got Chelsea to follow that up at Anfield. Now, if we come out to those games with 12 points, I think we'll win the league. Because while we've got them games, City have got 3 walk in the parks.
Well, it's interesting though, isn't it? Because when City have come unstuck, have been against the proverbial walk in the park. And also there's a change in dynamic this weekend with City playing first.
Yeah.
For the first time in a while, because earlier in the season when they were playing first, that's when they had their little bit of a slip. And then where we've dropped points, it's when we've been playing first. Yeah. So it'd be an interesting dynamic. I mean, I'm not being totally honest. I'm expecting them to absolutely wallop Fulham. I think had we been anywhere near our best, we would have walloped them as well. But stranger things have happened. Who would have thought Roy Hodgson would go to their stadium and pick up 3 points?
Yeah, listen, anyone's available. Anyone can beat anyone on the day in the Premier League.
The fact that we're at this point of the season still in the conversation to borrow a quote of someone shows you just how far Liverpool have come.
Yeah, I agree with that, but by the same token, I think we should park that sort of attitude now. The attitude now is, we've up to now, yes, we've done really well.
I'm not taking it.
I'm not taking it at all. And no one else should be, no one listening to this, none of the players. I don't think any of the players are. I think it's all well and good saying, we've come so far at the moment, and it's great to still be involved, but fuck that now. Let's go out and take hold of it and grab hold of our own destination and make it ours.
I love what you said about leaders though, and you get the sense for the first time in a while, but when we get on that pitch and every single one of them's looking at every one of the teammates going, I trust in you. But, I've got that trust in you. You're not thinking, at the back of the mind, I'm thinking, I don't know about
It's
this.
not even just the trust aspect though.
I mean, even when you see Trent bollocking people as well.
Exactly, they demand it.
Yeah.
That isn't just the case of trust, it's a case that they demand the best from the people around them. They want it 110% because, you know, that's what it takes to win the league. If we're going to win the league, we'll have to play at 110% for these next 7 league games. And if we do that, we will win the league. If we don't, we won't.
I make no bones about it. I mean, it's my opinion. Kev may disagree, but I think if we do win this league, considering what we're up against, it'd be up there with the greatest ever.
Oh, listen, 1,000,000%, because if we win the league, we're going to win it with by far and away our greatest ever points total by a long distance, and the team that finishes second is going to have the greatest ever second place points total difference again by a long distance, because Man City are unbelievable. But the bonus is we've got Man City are going for a quadruple, which is unprecedented really. So they've got a lot of, they'll be having these, I imagine their podcasts will be talking about the same type of thing. They've got a lot of pressure on them, they've got massive games coming up every 3 days.
And they've also got a massive more pressure on them for the European Cup maybe than what we have, given the div.
Do you know what though, right? Have they? From the owners maybe they have, yeah.
No, that's what not from the fans.
I think Liverpool sometimes, the pressure from our fans, people have said that what happened in 2013-14, but I think we thrive off that, whereas I don't think City haven't got that pressure from the fans.
But they haven't, no, I don't think that there's the dynamic with City fans, and that isn't to knock them, it's true, I just think it's a little bit different.
I don't mind knocking you pricks.
Sounds, cheers Kev. Any complaints to Kev Walsh at anyway.
At Anfield.com.
Yeah, sounds. No, but just like internally with City, they're kind of obsessed about this, you know, establishing the name across the continent, this European Cup. Basically what I was saying is if you went to City's ownership group and went, right, here's an arbitrary choice, you can either have that trophy or that trophy, I don't think there's any question which one they pick.
100%, and I think Guardiola would be exactly the same, but the City fans don't seem to have that same sort of attitude towards the European Cup, so listen, as much as you can say, it's the owners who matter because they own the club, really, they won't play in front of the fans every week, so listen, I just think it's a bit of a strange dynamic. I don't think for 1 second they don't want to win the European Cup, but it's just the way, it's an obsession with Liverpool fans, it's such a big part of our history, and hopefully going forward it'll be such a big part of our future. And if we listen again, we're not even just talking about one, we're talking about 2 trophies here that we're trying to win, one of which we haven't won for 30 years. And the pressure's on, but the pressure's on in such a good way now. I think we've got a team, as I say, we've got a team full of leaders, players like Van Dijk who are talking about, this is the pressure I want, this is why you join a football club like Liverpool to play for a manager like Jurgen Klopp, because you know he's going to take you to the highest of highs. And listen, you get to the highest of highs, and we've been there in every competition in the last 5 years and we've fallen short. This year, it's time for our players to take the bull by the horns and make it this time. We don't fall short this time, it's our year. Go out and win 12 games and make yourself legends.
We're going to go and jump in the mares, you know. Quickly on to other matters, some stuff over ticketing's come up in the last couple of weeks. The £30 away cap was announced a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
And then the club have come out and said, the Liverpool Football Club have come out and said they're freezing season ticket prices as well for next season, which, you know, an admirable move considering the rate in which it was increasing year on year only a couple of years ago. But at the same time, is it enough? Could the club maybe be looking, given, you know, the new sponsorship deal that we're talking about with the kit deal, potential renew with New Balance, and like the TV money, you know, you look at the proportion of income the tickets bring into the club, would it really be that much of a stretch to maybe even reduce them a little bit?
No, I don't think it would, but by the same token, for years and years we battled, and I've been a big critic of these owners, and listen, recently they've been proving me wrong, but for years we battled to stop it going up by 50 quid a season. As you're saying there, I remember it going up for about 5 years. It went up 50 quid a year every year, it seemed.
It's one of those strange ones, because you go, oh, it's only 50 quid, but when it's only 50 quid 10 years on the run, then
well, it went from 500 quid to 750 quid.
Yeah.
You know, I remember thinking, how's this happened here? Yeah. But listen, 4 years in a row, I don't think it's anything to be sniffed at, and I think good work to the likes of SOS and obviously the fans forums who've helped out on that.
To be clear, it doesn't happen without them, does it?
Listen, I don't think, if we're all honest, and I think other football fans in the country should be thanking them as well, because the £30 away cap is not in there without the SOS. I think other clubs are not running scared of SOS, that's the wrong way of putting it, but respect their opinions, because they know what they can organise with the Tottenham supporters trust and like that.
Well, I mean, I think it all goes back to, and it's always been bubbling under the surface, but I think the powers that be never ever thought that basically Sunderland would happen.
Yeah.
And it did, and to be frank, I think certain people shit the kicks.
And rightly so, and that's exactly what it was designed to do, wasn't it? £77 for a normal league ticket. When they look back at that now, I hope they feel shame that they thought that was a reasonable expectation for people to pay. And it is a ridiculous amount of money for one game of football, especially when you consider sometimes you're talking a game of football in a dead rubber against not disrespect to the teams in the Premier League, but a team like you don't even want to go and see.
And it was the arrogance of it, if you remember when we had the ex-CEO bouncing down to Melwood and on his dress down Tuesday or whatever it was, saying be careful what you wish for. That seems, so just to back up what you're saying, that now seems like a million miles away from what the club is now.
Yeah.
Which, can only be a good thing, but, maybe it could do better,
No, thanks very much, but give us a little refund as well, that'll do us.
Right, back to Sunday. Tell you what, you know what, I couldn't stop thinking about it last night, I've been trying to park it, and you know what, it's bubbling up so well, and what a day Sunday's going to be as well. I mean, we've got our gig at On Air as well, which is going to be balanced. There's going to be loads of people down there. Still think there's tickets available, so we can get down there. I think we're all going to be there. Come and say hello, have a pint, and get in the mood to get up to Anfield, get in the, and build it up and get yourself into Anfield and get yourself nice and loud and get the place rocking, bouncing again.
Listen, I don't think it's one of the one.
Doesn't need to turn up, does it? Doesn't need to turn up.
But you can't help yourself with doing it. I agree with you. The more you think about it, the more you think, we're in the meat of the season and what a game to get back into it. Tottenham's always a banger of a game when we play Tottenham, and it's been that way for years when they were crap and we were crap. But now they're a good team and we're a good team. But we owed them one from last year. That 2-2 draw when that Montreal goal should be remembered as one of the greatest goals Anfield's ever seen, and it's forgotten about now.
He's due one as well, isn't he, man?
Well, he certainly is, so let's hope he can do it on Sunday. But honestly, Sunday, I think it'll be another one in games where people go, I can't believe the atmosphere we just had there. It'll be crackling. Get in there and make yourself part of it.
Just on Spurs as well, and I don't think it gets mentioned enough, their fans are sound.
Yeah, they've got a section of sounds. Yeah, I've got disagreements with some of the other sections, but yeah, the Tottenham Hotspur supporters trust I think they're very much a Cockney version of the SOS, and they both help with all of the fans too. So fair play to them.
No, I mean there's that, but from the away sections where you don't get the old regurgitated typical sign on and all that.
Yeah, they're not my favourite Cockney club, but yeah, to be fair, they are better than most. I'll give you that.
So, yeah, here we go, Sunday. What do you reckon? Results? Have a guess, have a start. I know you're probably going to do this on a million shows today.
I don't like making predictions because you can look stupid, but fuck it, 3-0.
Yeah, he's right. I'm a bit more conservative. I think Liverpool might sneak it. I think it's going to be very, very tight. I think it could be another, I don't know, Siggy paper kind of match like the one last season that they got away with.
Any win is all we need.
Anything to get the 3 points at the end, and I don't care how we get there, whether we're 5 yards, 10 yards, 50 yards offside or whatever. Don't care, just get there. Anyway, just to round up the tour play today, got a fantastic weekend. The show that came up this morning with a really good interview with Liam Smith, talking about his upcoming fight. And we've got the team talk coming out, obviously, and then AFQ later today. We might also have a surprise show on Saturday in the build-up to, obviously, the big game on Sunday. So, yeah, strap yourselves in. Nice one.
Up the Reds.